Welcome to the second episode of our Palladium Mutant Animal Extravaganza series, everyone. This episode, we start making our characters with Jef and Jon from the System Mastery podcast using Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and After the Bomb 2nd Edition, both by Palladium Games. But before we get to the episode, here's what to expect in our calls to action. Join me after the show for a couple announcements about Jef and Jon's projects, our normal show closer stuff, and Patreon information and thank yous. With all of that out of the way, enjoy the show, everyone. On the last episode of Character Creation Cast, Jef and Jon from the System Mastery podcast told us everything we need to know about Palladium's TMNT and After the Bomb games to get us ready for character creation. We're picking up right where we left off last time. Enjoy. All right. Well, I'm excited to dive in. I don't know about anybody else, but are we ready to make some mutant people?
I'm so ready.
You got it.
Sure.
Amazing.
Let's make some people.
All ready. Now, the question I have is, what book are we going to make characters from? Are we making TMNTs? 85 After the Bomb? 2001 After the Bomb?
I'm saying just make it in whatever you got. You know,
make them if you got them.
Because it's Palladium. It's all related.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to keep it to the ecosystem of After the Bomb. It's not like I'm going to show up with a Rifts character.
I mean, honestly, the TMNT stuff is relatively represented in After the Bomb, right?
Yep.
The only weird thing from the old TMNT game, because it is very old, is the speed stat in TMNT adds to your dodge if it is high enough rather than just being a representative of how fast you go. So it is the only thing that has changed rules-wise.
It does have pluses.
Yeah. Normally speed is just how quick you go, but in the 80s one, it was this adds to dodge if it's high enough.
Which is obviously super important for these characters that we're not going to play.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I mean, that plus physical prowess, that feels broken. That's probably why they got rid of it, right?
Exactly, because you could double dip on dodge with physical prowess and speed.
Plus speed was so easy to get up pretty high. Like, especially when if you're talking in the Heroes Unlimited era, like if you're doing that at all, good Lord, there's one super ability and your speed's already in the 400s. Okay. So no bonuses to dodge for speed. That should be fine. But I think After the Bomb's probably the best to focus on for actual mutant animals.
Yeah, it's got the most options.
But like, what sort of setting do we want this to be? Gritty 80s New York? Do we want this to be post-apocalyptic After the Bomb? Where do we want our people to be kind of housed?
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably After the Bomb, if only because I feel like if we were doing the New York TMNT setting, we'd want to do like we're all four of the same thing. And for a character creation process, that's much more boring to have everyone create the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do post-apocalypse. And obviously we should just use the canon one and because it's awful.
Yeah.
So
might as well.
I mean, we might as well lean into
Humanity
it.
versus Cardania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So where do we start?
Well, you can start by getting your attributes.
Yep. 3d6 down the line 9 times.
I hate this so much. The 3d6 down the line, no altering, no moving things around, no 4d6 drop the lowest.
Nope. Just 3d6 down the line the way God intended.
Point out again, Ryan, I did not ask for this. You did.
I know.
So.
I did. I appreciate it.
Asked specifically for this.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Not bad out the gate, though. A 13 for, what is it, intelligence is first?
I feel very specifically that I need to be using character creation cast dice for this.
Hey, a 13 for IQ as well.
I mean, probably should. I'm using our glow-in-the-dark system mastery ones.
All right, so I'm going down this line of like IQ, ME, and like I got to roll one for each of those. Is that what I'm doing? Okay.
Ooh, I only rolled a 9 for my mental endurance. That's going to mean I don't get to have psychic powers.
Oh,
Yay!
isn't that a sad story?
You have to be above a certain amount to have psychic powers?
12 and above.
Wow. I am very sad because I cannot get the edit PDF working because it requires a password for the character sheet.
Oh no, my ME is 8. That's fine.
You know what? I'm just gonna use Notepad because this is really silly.
Ooh, I got my first extra die, and it's for physical beauty.
Ooh.
That's right. I'm a hot little animal.
That does always feel good in these games, though, getting that extra die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what any of these numbers or letters mean, so I'm just...
Yeah, so
I can't even be
IQ
mad about what I'm rolling because I don't know what it is.
Right. IQ is for your skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
ME is for like psychic abilities and like resistance versus psychic stuff.
Yeah.
MA is like charisma. Right.
Yeah, so ME is your mental endurance, so saving versus psionics and insanity and stuff. Mental affinity is how able to relate to people you are. So either getting trust or intimidation. PS is physical strength for your physical damage bonus. Physical prowess is how accurate you are and how easy it is for you to dodge or get out of the way. Physical endurance for how hearty you are, which will affect your hit points, and then saving versus like coma or magic or poison. PB is your physical beauty and gives you a charm or impress. Nice. And then speed is just how fast you are.
Wow. My highest is 13.
I got a 14.
I got
for my
a 20
speed.
beauty.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. My beauty is 7.
I'm a hot baby. I cannot wait to find out what I am a hot version of, though.
It's gonna be great.
I got a high strength and a high speed, and everything else is pretty bad.
Nice.
So if you have a stat 16 or higher, you get bonuses to stuff.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I did no. No, 14 is my best. I get nothing.
You get nothing. Yeah,
So
good
far.
luck.
I said
Keep in
good
mind,
day.
you're going to get some physical skills that will raise some of your stats.
And depending on
Yeah.
what animal you get,
Mhm.
the size will change your stats. So if you're huge, you might have a better strength and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I should really just pull out my character sheets for Palladium because they are form fillable and nicer, but I'm just going to go with this because I don't know where those are. Okay, so we've got our attributes.
Now it's time to find out what animal we are. And baby, you know there are multiple percentile charts to figure that out.
In various books.
So
It's true.
baseline is finding out what type of animal you are: urban, rural, wild, or a purebred, if we're going with the 2001 after the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I'm eyeing the Roadhog supplement so I can have a shot at getting a whale or something, I'll just go with after the bomb too.
There you go. I know there's also the option 2 alternative that has the full list of animals from all the supplements, including Roadhogs.
There's the full list of animals for everything. And if you want to roll on that, God bless you.
Well, my only problem with rolling on that is that there are several books I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have a copy of Transdimensional.
I think I have them in PDF format because there was like a Humble bundle a while ago that was just like, hey, here's all of Palladium stuff. And I was like, sure, I'll pay like $30 for that.
Good choice if you can get it.
Because I feel it's important to the kind of rolling we're doing, I'm just going to announce what dice I'm using for all of these. So Now, for choosing my animal character type, we're going to be using my fancy Tiny Tina's Wonderlands dice.
Nice, nice.
Well, I need some percentiles.
Yeah, I've got my rainbow percentiles for animal character types.
Oh boy, here we go. I'm very nervous.
Oh, 95. I'm a purebred.
Ooh.
Oh, heck yeah. You get a weird thing.
Yeah, those are weird.
I know.
Ryan! Ryan!
Including throwback or chimera.
Yeah, you could be a dinosaur.
Well, thankfully,
amazing.
that's not what it sounds like. You don't get to make character after character.
Yeah.
It's just one thing.
All right. I am a wild animal.
I'm a rural animal.
I could be a Porkopolis flying pig.
Yeah, which I thought when I first saw it, I was like, oh, you're Porco Rosso. And then, no, it's just a literal pig with wings.
Yeah.
Now,
It finally
rolling
happened.
on the wild animal chart.
Oh, gosh. 63. I am a purebred sheep, a Jacob.
Oh, no.
Shaun the sheep.
Oh, no. So, rolling on my wild animals,
Yes.
I am a sexy camel.
Yeah.
Hello.
You know I am in a leather jacket and I smoke cigarettes.
My pool game ran late at the jazz club.
Always ready for hump day.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, I got 39. My rural animal. Dog.
You dog.
A dog.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm a Jacob purebred sheep.
To be a dog.
I keep on wanting to type
not a pretty
bread
one.
as in the food.
Purebred. Delicious.
You're telling me?
Okay.
Okay. I decided to roll on table 2 and just re-roll if I happen to get a thing that I didn't have access to. And I'm currently rolling on the other animal table, so we'll see what that comes up with.
That could be anything.
So
It's a very weird list.
we have a sheep,
It is.
a
From
camel,
alligator
a
to
dog.
like, I think there's.
Nice.
What's up?
I just saw what you rolled.
Yeah, turtle.
Yeah, you get to be a turtle.
I get to be a turtle.
Oh,
amazing.
I'm glad
Turtle.
someone does. So a sheep, a dog, a camel, and a turtle walk into a bar.
A sheep, a dog, a camel, and a turtle. The camel feels out of place.
Oh, nah. I'm too sexy to be out of place.
That's fair.
It's true.
So,
I mean,
after
every
that,
group from this time period had to have the good eye candy.
we've got our background. So we have to figure out where we were raised, which will give us sort of our skill package.
Amazing. Okay. So this is another percentile table,
Okay.
Yep.
as is the case with almost all Palladium games.
And with a 73, I was in an elite militia.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I got a
Sexy
90.
camel militia.
I've just shirt open, gun, cigarettes. I'm just like, hey, what up? Who wants a piece of the camel?
Oh, no.
I hear it's hump day, baby.
I hate everything about this.
Okay. My background is a freed slave.
Good, good.
So I was apparently previously born, sold, or kidnapped into slavery in the Empire of Humanity, which we have established multiple times. They're very bad.
It's bad. Empire bad.
Uh-huh.
Background, education, and skills.
So now I have a burning desire to bring down the Empire.
All right. So, my background is villagers and townies.
Good.
Yeah.
And mine is raised by bandits.
Old bandit turtle.
Born into a group of bandits and raised to be useful from a low age. An excellent liar. And a good range of rogue skills, which is a real shame because my physical prowess is terrible. We'll see how it goes.
You understand the theory.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. So I get 2 military skills, 4 physical skills, and 1 technical skill. So this is a lot different than like the education system in Heroes Unlimited.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
They
is the
give
one
you-
part where they keep rejuggling it.
Yeah. Because it looks like they just rolled it all together instead of like, here's your background, here's your education, and here's your skills.
Oh, it's a mix. Like if you look at the if you look at I think it's border area character, then you also get to go back and pick through another skill package that is your apprenticeship skill package. So there's a bunch of different ways it can drill down.
Okay.
So
I get plus 10 BioE.
where am I putting all of this on this sheet? What a terrible sheet. I don't know.
These are things that you note,
Yeah.
and then you add it to your stuff later.
Great. Super helpful.
For the most part. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you do have some stat bonuses that it'll give you. So
yeah. So
nice.
like I get +1 to ME, +2 to PE, and +6 to SDC, which is like the damage, like the effectively your hit points.
So what I'm hearing is a lot of flipping back and forth.
Mhm.
That's what and writing things down in lots of different places.
Ooh, my lowest stat is now 9. And 4 of my stats are 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love in Palladium where I was like, ooh, I get a bonus to my physical prowess. It goes to 13. That didn't matter because it didn't hit 16. Anything below 16 doesn't matter.
Yep.
Yeah. It's weird. It's very weird. Yeah, they don't even go negative for having lower stats. Like
Nope.
No.
below 10 or anything like that.
You can have a 3 in a stat, and it is exactly the same as having a 15 in the stat. It does not matter.
Aside from like, especially like the physical stuff, I think it is, where how much weight you can carry is based on your physical strength multiplied by something.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few things like, the mental endurance needing to be 12 in order to get psychic powers where that does mean something. But for most mechanical things, the difference between a 3 and a 15 is basically nil.
Yeah. So I got 1d4 times $20 to my name. I rolled a 3, so I got $60, baby.
Ooh, I got $100. I also have an assault rifle, a pistol, an ancient weapon.
Gosh, I don't. My at least my equipment is easy. Basic clothing. That's it. Yay.
Now, unfortunately, once we have that, we would normally spend BioE, but we're going to have to go deep into the book to find our actual animal to figure out what our nonsense is.
Yep, so it's going to be busy.
Great podcasting.
Oh,
I know. So, okay, so I have to. So this is step 4 now, right? Spending BioE and all that.
Yeah.
And then on page 21, they've got the physical size chart.
Which you won't know what your size is until you go find your animal, and you won't know how much BioE you have until you find your animal.
That's amazing. Okay, so let me find this sheep.
Ooh, I definitely need to put some skill points into breed and control insects.
Oh, boring. I'm a size level 9. They've got minimums and maximums too?
Yep.
Yeah, in the later edition of After the Bomb, they made it so you couldn't go, I'm an elephant and I go down to size 1 so I can get a ton of BioE.
That seems weird.
Yeah, it used to be you could be like, I'll be a hummingbird elephant. It's fine.
Yeah. That takes away some of the fun, though, doesn't it?
Well, they want you to at least be somewhat representative of whatever thing you are.
Okay, so I don't need to worry about these primary skills and everything right now. We'll come back to those. Right?
Yeah. Okay. We'll get back to that.
Because they were like, what would be really great is a lot of flipping through pages here. Okay, so I have to go find my animal first.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So I found mine, and apparently the for mutant changes and costs, the total BioE that I get off the bat is 15, spent on psionics, animal powers, and size levels only.
Yeah, because you got a purebred. Purebreds are kind of unique breeds of animal they get less options to play with because they already have a kind of package laid out for them.
Okay, that makes sense. So I do see that I get beastly strength, which gives me like 8 physical strength and 2 PE, which is nice.
Oh, man. As a camel, I am size level 18
Mm-hmm.
and have no BioE.
Well, you can get 45 of it by going down to regular human size.
Now, thankfully, under camel, it does not list a minimum for my size level. So I can be a big camel, a little bitty sexy camel.
Oh, wow. Well, you could just be so adorable.
Now, I do get some stat changes. I'm going to be way stronger.
I'm going with the snapping turtle, which is giving me plus 2d4 to my strength and plus 1d4 to my physical endurance.
This is so confusing. I'm having so much fun. Okay. Let's see. I'm a size level 5.
Ooh, you're a little bitty. You're a little doggy.
Okay, so I've gotten to the point where I've got all my normal stuff written down that they give me. So now we need to spend the BioE points that are left over at that point, right?
Where does it say, like, how much you get for being the total BioE? Smaller dogs.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah, well,
larger
being
dogs,
a dog,
50.
you probably have to pick the actual breed of dog you are.
The rolling mutant dog's genetic background. Okay, that's the order of things in these books is just wild.
I can spend 5 BioE for the spit power. If I spit into someone's eyes, they are temporarily blinded for 1d4 melee rounds.
Amazing.
All right, let's find out what kind of dog I am. What kind of
So you got dogs
what I
and
mutated
hounds,
from.
right? Yeah.
What kind of dog is you?
We have 77, which is a sheepdog.
Nice.
Coming for you, Ryan.
I know. You're going to herd me. Furry sheep guards. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, honestly. With banes that act as natural sunglasses. That's nice.
Okay, so, oh my god, it's more crap to write down. Okay, I get advanced hearing and internal compass.
It's not bad.
Now, one of the other things they did in the 2001 After the Bomb is because before it was like, oh, if you're big, then you have to be small in order to get points for things. And everyone was like, but I wanted to be big. I was an elephant man. They put in that you can, if you are very large, size 15 or greater, you can sell stats in order to get BioE. So you can be big and dumb. So you can sell your IQ points for extra BioE.
Very useful.
So I don't have to be smaller. I can still be just gigantic camel man.
But dumb.
And will be.
So you're a himbo camel,
Amazing.
is what I'm hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now when I look under sheepdog, it says size level 7. So that overrides the 5 from being a dog, right?
Yes.
So even though I'm still in the dog section, they should have just said, see below. Don't tell me 5, and then come over here and tell me now it's 7.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 5 is you are generically a dog.
Okay. So, and then these, like, the plus 3 PE, I'm adding that on top of the things that I got from my background, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing I'm using a different color for each section so I can keep track of why I am this way.
So I finally have a bonus, and it's for physical strength. So I should probably, like, lean towards being kind of a bruiser, right?
Yeah, that makes sense for a sheep.
Yeah.
It does.
I mean, the whole point of that type of sheep is I think that you're just burly. You're like the bodyguards from Zootopia.
The head of every Jacob bristles with 4 massive horns. 2 form a massive growth on the forehead and curl backwards, while the other pair brackets the side of the face, even with the tips curving out just below the chin. That sounds amazing.
Oh, I get plus 7 speed. My speed is 21. That's
Wow.
crazy. I mean, my parents have a sheepadoodle, and she does run very fast.
Oh,
So
I'm so slow because I am so big.
that's right. Your size level gives you bonuses or minuses.
Yep. Which means right now, my best is physical strength at a 26.
Wow.
I am so big. I am 1,000 pounds of hot camel.
I'm thinking about if I go down from a size level 9 to a size level 8, that'll give me 5 extra BioE, right?
Mm-hmm.
but then I lose out on 1 physical strength and 1 physical endurance. And the physical endurance at this point doesn't matter to me because I'm only at 11.
Yeah, if it doesn't bring you above or below 16, it was like, oh, I can be, for being large, I can be big and stupid or really big and stupid. And the difference is like a -3 or a -6. And I was like, I wasn't at 16 anyway. I'll take the -6. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Because I could always buy up and get more strong, but then I wouldn't have anything for like mutant powers and stuff.
Indeed.
That's interesting. Okay, so I'm going to keep it for now. 18 strength and 11 PE. Actually, it would be 12 PE and 21 strength at this point.
So then under the dogs, it also said, like, there's mutant changes and costs. So it tells me what my value is, and then attribute bonuses. So I get those on top. We just keep getting the bonuses, is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
Okay,
Every time you get a bonus,
precisely.
you just add it
Okay.
in.
Yep.
Yeah. Which gets kind of ridiculous after a while,
Yeah.
especially when we get to the physical skills.
Well, thankfully in this game you won't get a ton of them.
Oh, I get 4 of them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough to get the only good ones.
Right?
Let's
Do they
see.
still have wrestling and all that other stuff?
I don't remember if boxing's in here or not, because boxing's usually the breaker.
Yeah, because it gives you an extra attack.
It gives you an extra
There's-
attack, which
yeah.
makes it the most important one.
It's ridiculous. All right, I have to find the mutant animal powers tables. Where is that?
Before all the list of mutant animals.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. None of these made me prettier. I'm an ugly sheepdog. All right, and then I have
Piling
to
strength onto this character.
start spending that's bio-E to like get hands and stuff. Is that?
Yeah,
It depends on where you start, I think, with it too.
What
because
do you mean?
for a camel, even with full hands,
Mhm.
I still end up with like 4 fingers total, just because I start from camel hands.
Mhm.
So things like if you were like a mutant raccoon, they would start with partial already, just because they're like, oh, you basically have little hands anyway.
Okay. I mostly want to look like a dog.
Good. Then
Yeah.
don't put any points into your looks table.
Yep, because then you'll just be a dog.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, but I do want to be able to speak.
Well, then
So-
put full points into speech.
Okay.
Yep.
I just write this wherever I feel like writing it. Is that what I'm? There's like no.
And I'm going to...
So every animal will have points they can spend on hands,
Mhm.
bipedal, speech, and human looks.
Yeah. Is there a spot on my sheet to put any of that though?
If you're using the TMNT sheet, yes. If you're just using a generic Palladium, then probably not.
Yeah. I mean, I have the
But even
mutant
on
animal
the-
one, whichever one Ryan
Yeah, the
gave
mutant
me.
animal TMNT sheet does not have those built in,
Okay.
but the supplemental sheet of
Oh,
the
the
BioE
BioE sheet.
worksheet does.
yes.
Oh, okay.
The BioE worksheet was basically page 2 of the character sheet.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Looks like I'm going to be having some restrictions on the character because I need the extra bio-E. So he is webbed feet and is nearsighted. And yes, those do things. Webbed feet makes this character slower on land and faster in the water. And nearsighted is pretty restrictive.
You can buy additional stats, it looks like.
Yeah.
As
How
powers,
much
yeah.
do you, how much do you pay for them, though?
Well, if you can buy them, it'll be listed in your character's mutant animal options.
Because
Yeah. Because every animal will tell you
Yeah.
what powers can you buy.
really,
So, for example, as a turtle, I have access to beastly strength or extra physical prowess. So if I want to go in, I can spend the bio-E to get those items. But if you're not a turtle, or if your species that you're making a mutant of doesn't have those options in the listing, then you just can't buy those.
huh?
But wait, so why do I have to spend extra money to have the things a dog would normally have?
Like what?
Like teeth.
Well, that's if you want
Because you're
your teeth
also
to
half
be
a
like
human.
actual biting teeth instead of just I have teeth.
But dogs have actual
Yeah, but you're a mutant.
Yeah, but you're a mutant human.
No. Ridiculous.
Because, like, at the end of the day, you can use the BioE available to just make a dog, I'm pretty sure. It's just that but when you're done, you shouldn't have any BioE because you made a dog.
Okay. Beastly strength, where are you at?
Yeah, beastly strength is, I don't believe it's a bonus to strength. I think it just makes your lifting capacity better.
It does. Yeah, it's basically lets me carry 100 times my physical strength and lift 200 times.
Yes.
And their maximum PS goes up to 50.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and it shows me, like, if I have 21 physical strength, I inflict certain damage on my punches and power punches and stuff.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's wild. Okay.
Mutant animal powers.
Okay, so the mutant animal powers you can't buy.
Unless your specific powers, your mutant animal list includes it in the
It has a whole
options.
sphere of things.
So, yeah, so it gave me the beastly strength and it gave me advanced vision or something like that. I'm assuming that's probably like one of the vestigial traits. I don't know.
What advanced?
Advanced vision? It should be under enhanced senses or something like that.
Oh, heightened senses. Yeah, there it is. Can see double the usual distance in detail of normal vision. Okay, that makes sense.
I get advanced vision, advanced hearing, and internal compass already.
Perfect. Yeah, those are all just listed under heightened senses stuff in the power list.
Ooh, advanced hearing gives you +1 on initiative.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I cannot do any psionics because I only have 8.
So it's interesting because, like, my character type says you get 15 BioE points to spend on anything that is, where is it again? I lost my sheep. There it is. So total BioE, 15 points spent on psionics, animal powers, and size levels only. But it doesn't tell me what animal powers I can buy from.
I mean, you're playing as a purebred sheep, right?
Yeah.
Let me just look up sheeps real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's the Wensleydale purebred or the Jacobs?
The Jacobs.
Okay, so you get 15 BioE to send on psionics, animal powers, or size levels. Automatically gets advanced vision. You can't have the disadvantages. You get horns. Wow, they're really good horns. It looks like you just have access to... I guess that means you should have access to the generic animal powers, because it just says you can spend on them. But let's see. I mean, it says it's just for animal psionics. I'm guessing it's just a templated thing, because the first sentence in the mutant animal powers section is you can't buy anything unless it's listed in your animal sheet.
Right.
But psionics, it says here, are just open for everybody.
Wondering if the animal powers listed there might be I can buy from the list of sheep in the sheep list.
I don't believe so. Largely because the other purebred sheep have some of those powers listed.
Right. I mean, they get them automatically, right?
No. Look at the bighorn purebred. It costs them 15 BioE for extra physical prowess, 5 BioE for leaping standard, which means that they don't have access to just a generic sheep list, which is different. They have their own list.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. Yours is the reason that you can't buy a lot of these things is because the Jacobs purebreds are automatically partially human looking, so they're a little less sheepy.
Sure.
So their gimmick as a purebred is that they're a little more human focused. So I'm guessing that even though it says animal powers in there, there's none you have access to. So
I see. So I get it, and that's it.
It's size levels and psionics.
Wow. And I can't do psionics if my ME is low, right?
Yeah, so you're just going to be bigger.
ME's at 9?
Yeah, so I guess that just means you have, 25 points to spend or 15 points?
15. Yeah, 25 now because I got the slave background that gives me +10.
Then you're 5 size levels bigger.
Good Lord. Okay, what does that what does that do for me? Let me check.
I mean, the maximum for a Jacobs is 12.
And you start at
I can't even go above 12. I start at 9, so I can only go 3 levels up.
Huh.
Well, I mean, once you spend for
it's a really restricted
hands
class
and speech and all that.
I didn't have to spend anything on those because they were full. And the only thing that wasn't full was looks, and that was partial. And there was nothing to spend on that one. I got a really like restrictive mutant animal type, apparently.
Yeah, quite a bit.
But let me see. Where's those psionics again?
Hey, some of them have no minimum ME.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I can probably get like a basic psionic thing for like 10 points or something, and then just go up 3 size levels.
Plus, if you look through the list, you can see the minimum ME requirement for like animal control is 8, for empathy is 8, for natural mechanical genius.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so there's plenty.
Oh, yeah, it's the 86 after the bomb that was, you have to be at least 12.
Yeah.
Well, I clearly messed something up somewhere. I think I was looking at the
probably
wrong...
it's making a Palladium character.
I think I was like looking at the wrong page. So I have no idea if my stats are what they're supposed to be. But you know what? Whatever. I can't. Even though I color-coded where I got things from, I don't know. It is what it is now. Too late.
And I'm sacrificing some of my extra turtle armor in order to purchase enhanced physical prowess because I could just barely push it to 17, which is enough to get a bonus. Plus, enhanced physical prowess gives you +1 attack per melee round automatically. So
I have to spend all of this bio-E somehow?
Any bio-E you don't spend at the end just makes you bigger.
Okay.
Unless you're at your maximum size. In which case, I don't think it does anything.
Size.
In which case, just buy powers.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, man, I could have been a turkey? Dog is lame.
I could have been a turkey.
Could have been a turkey. All right. What are we...
So if I take animal control, then I could control other sheep that are not mutants.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, I can do that too. Just because I'm a sheep.
you're
I can
a sheep
also
dog.
control sheep. I assume.
Yep.
Okay, so I can't take any of the psionic stuff.
I mean, you can take some if it's...
There are a few that don't have a requirement for ME.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'd have to go look at those individually, is what you're telling me. Look them up in the book.
They're on the first page of the psionic section. There's a chart that includes there are minimum ME requirements.
It's so interesting from making my character. Everyone's like, oh, I've got all this bio-E. What am I going to spend it on? And I'm like, I spent on looking somewhat human, and now I have nothing. I do not get powers.
That's crazy.
I had to buy 2 disadvantages just to look humanish.
Oh, goodness. I saw Danger Sense on here as one of the psychic powers, but you have to actually specify you're using it to get the bonuses to be when you're ambushed. That's weird. I guess if you're going into a specific danger area, you'd just be like, I'm using Danger Sense. But then it's infinite uses, so why wouldn't you just have it on all the time?
Well, you can only be using any given psychic power once at a time. So, like, if you're floating, you can't have, like, ectoplasmic hands up at the same time, essentially. So if you were trying to do something and have that, you couldn't, I think is the only limit.
That's interesting. But I mean, I'm only going to have one thing anyway, so could go with that. I could go with empathy. That might be interesting. But if I'm going to be a bruiser, I probably should have something that helps with my my combat stuff, right?
I mean, maybe.
I can't buy animal powers, so I can't have cool stuff like claws or whatever.
Yeah. But I mean, most of that'll just be get weapon proficiency and whatever from your skills and then have that weapon.
Yeah, which I would have to spend a secondary skill on at this point to have a weapon proficiency.
Ooh, I get 3 weapon proficiencies baseline because I was in a militia.
Oh,
I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm
someone's
so
fancy
hot.
over there.
Wait, what is is it 7? Oh, no, I do have 8. Okay. Oh, 9. Never mind. Okay. I started at 7, but now I have 9, so it's okay.
There you go.
I can actually do something.
The
like
math
the
is working.
like 8. Like, oh boy. Animal control.
I think I'm going to go with empathy for my psychic power then. Because that'll cost me 10 bio-E. Minimum is ME is 8, so I can afford it. And that leaves me with 15 points to put into my size.
So you can go up 3 sizes.
So I can go to size 12, which now I have to go all the way back up to the size chart to see what that does for me.
I really don't like animal control is like on
You can
non-sentient
control
domesticated
other
animals,
dogs.
but with dogs and horses only. When a human mutant uses animal control against sentient dog or horse mutant animals, the animal characters can attempt to save against every command.
Wow.
Why isn't this
Sorry, I'm
just
being
like...
quiet. I'm just taking forever to write down physical skills.
Oh my god, I forgot about the skills. I'm so...
We're almost there.
No.
We're almost there.
Everything's great.
We're
all
doing
having
fine.
fun.
We're having
Everyone's
fun.
having a great time.
Uh-huh.
Call to action.
Yeah, like that.
I am extraordinarily happy with the way that our characters are shaping up here. After the Bomb, including After the Bomb Second Edition, was fantastic because, yeah, the original TMNT, unless you included a whole bunch of supplements, really didn't have a whole lot of substance to it right away, unless you're going to be making those groups of the same animal type, which not really that great for what we do here on this show, is showcasing off a game with multiple different options and all that sort of stuff. But After the Bomb has so many amazing additional things to it. TMNT would be fantastic if we did have all the supplements, like making a mutant dinosaur would be just so much fun. Or a team of different mutant dinosaurs. I don't know. There's a lot of fun character options for a game that doesn't play the most fun, especially nowadays. But we get into all sorts of that sort of discussion and commentary later on. So stick around this series to hear all of our future exasperations. But before we let you go for today, here are our calls to action. During this series, you'll hear Jef and Jon talk about their latest creations, especially the one that we are very excited about, the Random Monster Generator. That lets you create thousands of different monsters for your games just by mixing and matching 3 panels throughout the book. It even creates art and names for each combination. We both absolutely love the presentation and idea for this, so we really hope that you will check it out alongside their other latest projects, including the Düngeonmeister's Drink Master's Guide, as well as other things like the Düngeonmeister's Cookbook and whatnot. All of that will be linked in the show notes. If you like what we are doing here and want to support the show, please head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/charactercreationcast and sign up for any of our basic tiers as a free trial. Also, just sign up as a free member, and we'll throw some stuff out there when we have the ability to do so. Each level has a ton of great rewards associated with it. You can join our Sticker of the Month Club at $10 and up. Get some custom C3 dice and a personalized thank you from Amelia for $5 and up, as well as chit chats every week. We're able to do them for $1 and up. We are currently under our operating budget for the year, so any assistance here will be so much appreciated. We also like to thank all of our patrons personally every single episode. You all mean the world to us, so let's get this started. DJ G, aka Tyrannosaurus, Eric Bonds, and Daryl Holiday II, we're so grateful to you. Thank you. We're glad to have you here, Shadim Cabal, The Shyest Barbarian, and Benjamin Sweeney. Thanks for supporting. Lorcan McInnes, Rob Fletcher, and Kevin Brown, we appreciate your support. Thank you. Tentacle Duck, John Adamus, and David Chadwick, thanks for making all this possible. Cole McCallum, Carlos Salazar, and Eric S., we can't thank you enough, but we will keep on trying. Ian Potmeyer, Sorigoth, and Liam G., you're the best. Thank you. Brian Colm, Garden GM, and Tanglefoot, thanks for all of your support. Blue Kryptonite, Danny, and Nicole Trainer, thanks. We're glad to have you here, Liam Murray, Kenning, and Brian Kurtz. Thank you so much. And Mark E. Fair and Drew Owen, thanks for supporting our dreams. And thank you to all of our future patrons. Your support means the absolute world to us. Every bit of support here helps tremendously, and we are incredibly grateful to all of you. If you are already supporting the Patreon or can't afford to do so right now and still want to show your support for the show, the next best way to do so is to leave a review on any of the places you can, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, or even Facebook, and we'll read your review right here and thank you personally. That's all we have for today's episode. Next week, we finish the character creation process, and boy howdy, do we get into some wonderful discussions about skill selection. But until then, take care, everyone. Stay safe, drink some water, don't eat pizza in the sewer, and keep making those amazing people. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us for part 2 of this character creation series. We'll be back in part 3, picking up right where we left off.
Character Creation Cast is a production of the One Shot Podcast Network and can be found online at www.charactercreationcast.com. Head to the website to get more information on our hosts, this show, and even our press kit. Character Creation Cast can also be found on Twitter and Blue Sky at CreationCast, or on our Discord server at discord.charactercreationcast.com. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Bolter, and I can be found on Twitter and Blue Sky at Lord Neptune or online at lordneptune.com. Our other host, Amelia Antrim, can be found on Twitter and Blue Sky at Ginger Reckoning. Music for this episode is used with a Creative Commons license or with permission from the podcast they originated from. Further information can be found within the show notes. Our main theme music is Hero Remix by Steve Combs and is used with a Creative Commons license. This podcast is owned by us under Creative Commons. This episode was edited by Ryan Bolter. Further information for the game systems used and today's guests can also be found in the show notes. If you'd like to support our show, find us on Patreon. Get access to bonus episodes, exclusive merch, and much more at patreon.com/charactercreationcast. Thanks for joining us. And remember, we find that the best part of any role-playing game is character creation. So go out there and create some amazing people. We'll see you next time.